What's up, everyone? Good morning. Welcome to the live stream where we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had a really relaxing evening and is ready for the opening bell. Don't mind my funny little scarf. I had the windows open. I was like, it's a little cold in here. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put my little scarf on. It's not even a scarf. It's actually, have you guys ever gone fishing and you just have one of those like neck covers around you? I don't know. That's what it is. Anyway, today is Wednesday. It's the 8th of January and it's 9:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another 13 minutes till the market opens. Then at 9:30 the market opens. We trade the opening bell for 30 minutes and then we're going to be wrapping up the live stream like always. So we got about 45 minutes of total live stream time. If you guys have any questions like, what software I'm using and all that fun stuff, check out the video description below. I have some FAQs down there. Let's get started with the watch list. And what do we got here? What do we got? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so the first thing, there's so much stuff running, especially with GENE. We totally missed it yesterday, so I want to be a little bit more vigilant with my momentum scanner. Typically, I just focus on my gap and go scanner right here and just kind of focus on what was moving pre-market. And then I just trade that, focus on that. But what I want to do is focus a little bit more as well on things, just coming on the radar, because GENE, we're going to talk about it as well. I put it on the watch list today. It didn't really run pre-market, so my scanner didn't pick it up. But then opening bell, actually, it didn't even run opening bell, but around 6, what is this actually? It was like 16 minutes into the opening bell. No, that's not even true. Oh my. Yeah, okay, so this thing we probably would have just not got. I don't know, this one just would have slid under our radar. But again and again, I find stocks that sometimes don't, gap, which is fine. We can't trade everything, but sometimes I do want to be a little bit more vigilant with that. Let's just check out PIXY first, then MTP, and then we'll go back to GENE. PIXY very quickly here. The reason I like this one, massive gainer. This thing 250% on news that it closed a contract assignment worth about $20 million, which for this company, 7 million market cap. You can see down here, PIXY right here, 7.4 million market cap. That's a pretty small market cap. So this deal is big. And a 0.3 million float. Guys, that's tiny, 300,000 share float. That's just ridiculously small. We often don't see that. We typically, on the lower end, we'll see 2.5 million to maybe 5 or 10 million. And then usually we'll be trading 30 to 50 million. So a 300,000 float is really small. Yeah, so this one, like you see, just off not a lot of news. Okay, this is pretty decent news. Contract winners are always good news. But just, that run alone pre-market is just super aggressive. So this thing's going to be flying today. It's just going to be interesting. I'm really curious what kind of dollar volume it's going to have, because to me, that's really important. If it doesn't have a lot of dollar volume, we can't really trade it anyway. So got to keep a close eye on that. What's the next thing? MTP, 16 million market cap, 10 million float. Biotech, it's a US biotech company. PIXY was a US company as well. 110% pre-market gap. Let's see, what was this one? This was a positive results from a study. I think it was a phase 2 study, so that's extra good. I would have to double check that. Farm analysis, double positive results from MTD 200. Okay, I'm not totally sure about that one, but yeah, any sort of studies or clinical trials or FDA approval phases, once you get on that second, especially that third level, it gets really good. So big news here, 110%, big gapper for sure. Let's see quickly with GENE as well. This was a 36 million market cap company. It's already, oh yeah, okay, that's adjusted. So this thing flew yesterday, 150%. So yesterday was probably closer to, what was that? Would that be like 11 million market cap? Yeah, so big news, 6 million float, tiny float. So then this thing has, explosive potential. It's an Australian company, a medical laboratory and research company. And this company got a, I guess you'd say contract winner, but it's more of, it's got the approval to have 20 medical centers across 8 US states set to offer their breast cancer testing system. So that's really good. You know, again, that's really nice, sustainable growth. It's not some, you know, shady financing or something like that. It's really, really good. Their long-term chart's not too bad either. Big gap, you know, it's had a lot of these kind of spikes to the upside and they've always kind of failed. So making me a little suspicious on this one. But overall, I like the news on it. Let me quickly see here 1 second. Let me take a quick break. For some reason, my chat window is not popping up, so I'm not sure if you guys are writing any comments. Let me go ahead and refresh my browser. Okay, now I see everyone. I didn't see anyone before. Nice. I was wondering what was going on. What's up, Kendog? ZHUR, what's up? Valentine. Morning Man got me a cup of Joe ready. 2 blaring screens in front of me. Yes, that's what I like to hear. I'm actually about to order some more screens as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this month or next month. I'm just like picking out the setup because I would like one more screen with a dedicated trading screen on it, maybe a scanner as well, and then another screen just for the chat and all the YouTube stuff because it gets a little overwhelming, to be honest. The only problem is I honestly don't think my laptop is going to be able to handle any more browsers open. I know I've been trading quite often. I did a few trades with you guys on the opening bell with the seconds when sorry guys, I can't even speak right now. When I detached this screen and I noticed that, you know, the live stream started crashing, things got a little sketchy, so I stopped doing that. And after I stopped the live stream around 10, then I'll go ahead and add the second detached window again. My thoughts on the Iranian tax on the military bases, like, I don't know. What do you want me to say? I'm happy nobody got injured, and I think that's a good step in the right directions, and hopefully there can be some, you know, some sort of diplomatic peace talks. But you know, I'm just happy nothing bad happened that I'm aware of from the articles that I've read. For Benny Bear, I was just about to read your message and I just saw it just disappeared. Yeah, so yesterday, you know, we made 3 trades actually. It was a pretty chill day. I generally enjoyed it. But then, you know, after the trading recap video, I actually made 1 more trade. So 3 trades total, 2 trades in the recap video. What was yesterday, the 7th? Let's see if we can just quickly pull this up for general interest. Let's see, we got, what did we trade yesterday? TNXP. Yeah, this is the one that kind of got us right at the end. We were looking at this in the recap video. I said, you know, I would like to enter around 1.75. We got the entry, the bounce was weak, and I just simply got out when this didn't really continue. So we took like a 1.2% loss on this one. But we had, you know, 2 other nice trades that day. So we wrapped up yesterday pretty nicely. Hopefully we'll continue that. There's one thing I want to quickly mention, guys, before we kind of move on here. We got still like 3 minutes left, so we got plenty of time. I'm going to be opening a new TD Ameritrade account, a individual cash account, because right now I have a margin account, which I basically never use. And then I have the Roth IRA, a cash account, which is great. And it's just like, I'm always switching accounts, you know, because I got my 3 margin trades and then, you know, I'm kind of splitting it all up. And then I'm like, wait, where do we have an active trade? And then I don't like using the margin trade because you can't, you know, average down, you can't average up, you can't, you know, slowly take profits. It just doesn't work with a margin account if you're under the pattern day trader rule, which we are. So I'm going to be putting all the funds into a new cash account. Nothing really is going to change. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. So then there's going to be no more account switching, which has been driving me insane. So I'm really happy. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. Let me see. Plus, that will allow me to take out funds because we want to start paying ourselves 25% of our profits every month soon. So that's going to set me up for that. I can't do that with the IRA account because once you put money in there, you can't take out more than principal without a fee, that 10% fee. So that's something to consider as well. So after trading today, I'm going to call TD Ameritrade, kind of figure out if I can just move over that money because I know there's holding times and stuff like that. So I'm going to figure that out, and probably on the recap video, I'll talk about it a little bit more. Cool. I think SCYX will have a good day. I did well on DFFN yesterday. I didn't see DFFN. Actually, you know what? We did pull that up yesterday, didn't we? Let's see what this one. How come you think SCYX is going to do well today? This thing is ripski dipski in all sorts of directions, huh? Interesting. Yeah, maybe it will. I mean, technically it already is doing pretty well today. Just a slow mover. I don't know. We probably won't trade it. I'll add it to the watch list to see what happens with it, but I'm going to be focused on the top dollar volumes, and then again, you know, PIXY with that just ridiculous amount of pre-market activity, and then MTP with also a huge amount of pre-market activity. I think these should be really interesting. So ideally, we're going to be starting our trading with our margin account, and then we'll switch to our cash account. So that would give us 2 trades total today if everything worked out perfectly. So let's see what happens. Good news on treating drug-resistant fungus. Yeah, for sure. It's always good to have a drug kind of approval. Okay, treating good news. Yeah. Ooh, MTP dipping already. Could see some big support here at $1. Let's see what happens. We got 7 seconds till the opening bell. Let's get ready. Calm and collected, guys. Deep breaths. Very nice. Ooh, big opening volume. Big gap up you can see this here. It's near some major resistance zones at this 1.2 area. I like how it's fighting right now. These moves are pretty nice. That's a 7% candle right there. It's a huge candle. Big runners, just kind of across the board. You always want to focus on what has some of the biggest percentage gains. Those will give you usually a good indicator. You can see our watch list is kind of sorting itself out over here. The bigger ones, the ones really moving, are going up. So it looks like we highlighted the right ones this morning. All right, MTP looking really good. Has one of the higher dollar volumes, really, really nice. We got CEI as well, and we got PIXY. Kind of doing the exact opposite of MTP. So I'm going to go back to MTP, just kind of focus on this one a little bit. If we wanted to enter MTP, what would we need? We would need probably around 1,000 shares, maybe a little less, maybe around 900. Maybe we can get this support entry at 1.77. Let's see what happens here. Remember, positive clinical study results, US company, biotech gapping 110%. Big moves here. Markets are slightly positive. This could break higher any second. 1.26. Here we go. Potential breakout coming up right now. $10 million float. Very nice low float. Got to watch out with this one because the decimal increment can kind of really throw you off on some of these. Just going to take it a little easy. Just having some difficulty breaking out. Pulling back a little bit here. I'm actually kind of surprised it's pulling back. Thought it was going to really rip to the upside just now. You know, mind you, it is a bit overextended. Big gap up. So sometimes when you see these big gap ups, sometimes they like to find a little bit of support. They'll, you know, pull back a little bit first. This could be a huge entry area right here, 1.88. Again, I don't feel totally comfortable with it, so I'm not going to do it, but just going to watch and learn. $1.16. Just very quickly, I just want to check out PIXY, PIXY. Pulling back as well. Big support here near the 10. This could be a phenomenal support area. I'm just going to go ahead and put an alert. So yeah, big support down there. Check the rest of our watch list. Zur says CEI, bounce from support. Always a nice move. Yep, here we go. These guys have such a rough long-term chart. This like freaks me out on this one. Watch out, big selling volume on this one. This could just be kind of a little dead cat bounce there, potentially. I don't know. I'll quickly go back to MTP. So right now with the second screen, I would definitely have a scanner going. And I would be looking for my small cap movers. WAFU. Let's quickly check that one out. I don't think that was on my list. WAFU. 15 million market cap. Yeah, this thing's looking really good. Okay, so it had a huge pre-market. I don't know why this was not on our scanner. Let me see here. Something must be off on this one. I don't know. I don't see the reason right off the back. It was halted already. 5-year contract, so contract winner, always a good thing. The long-term chart looking a little intense here. Last time it was moving this much, it had a huge crack. So $4, big resistance. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of notify or mark that. Big support here at 2.88. Maybe this thing's gonna keep pulling back to 2.88. If it does, this could be a really good bounce entry. Nice work, Andrew. Nothing like trading the opening bell and just being done for the day. Really good feeling, good work. MTP is still pulling back a little bit, 115. I think WAFU might really dip here. Oh, yeah, I feel like we were trading this one not too long ago. MTP also still having a little bit of trouble here. Big kind of sellers coming in. Let's see what kind of support it finds. It might start moving into the upside really nicely a bit later. BIOC is something to also consider. This one just kind of keeps on making some nice progress. Already had a fairly decent little pullback. Could just keep running to the upside here. Big resistance above though. Just gonna put WAFU back on our radar. I really like how this one's moving. I also like the fact that it has the highest dollar volume. I don't use the MACD on the intraday, but you're probably right. I feel like for me, price and volume is plenty of stuff going on already. Especially with like thickly volume, and some of these stocks are just, I don't know, too many derivative indicators sometimes just make your chart really messy. Yeah, so far I'm not seeing the classic gap and go setups. Maybe I'm missing them. Maybe they're somewhere else on my watch list that I have just not checked out. But at the moment, my paws are off. It's kind of a TLODE. I would like to start getting some trades on the live stream. We used to only get the trades on the live stream and usually never afterwards, but I guess I'm just going through a weird little phase. I'm not going to rush anything. I'm not going to force a trade. So we get it if we get it. I have a company with my brother, Enslow Inc., and we do online marketing and software development for clients. And then we also have an affiliate network, Vice Offers. So that's my main business for about 5 years. And then before that, I was a prop trader in New York City. I was trading stocks and small caps. I love doing that, but I had to slow it down or else I couldn't start the company. And so now I'm kind of going back to trading because I love trading. And we have a manager at Vice Offers now that takes care of basically most of the intraday stuff, so I don't have to worry too much sometimes. WAFU, trying to pull up here, but I don't think I'm going to buy this one. This is one of those classic moves where I get skunked on. Little rounded bottom. You think it's going to be pulling up. You think it's breaking to the upside. You think you can buy it on one of these breakout pullbacks. And then before you know it, just pulls back, 10%. And here we go. Here's that pullback. Approaching big support. If we wanted to trade this one, we would need smaller share size. We'd probably need about 300 shares, depending on the entry, which might be soon. Oh yeah, and I also trade crypto. So that's actually one of my big parts of my business now. Over the last year, it really developed. Even though the market was going down, we were just day trading crypto. I wasn't really holding it for more than, a few hours. LLEX pushing up. All right. LLEX has been a really interesting one these last few days. MTP back above 1.2. Looks good. Right now I'm kind of focused on WAFU. It's kind of hard to switch around. Checking out VSTM above 1.48. This thing could really run today. 1.5 even. I would like to see this 2.9 area hold before we enter this trade. Kind of get into some bigger support zones. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to be entering it yet at 3, although it sure is tempting. Just going to get my limit order ready. Looks like 98 is holding. I think we might have just missed our entry. I was waiting for a little bit further of a dip, but it didn't really happen. Ah, we just missed this move. This thing is flying. Well, let's see what happens here. Yep, and MTP, you guys are right. MTP is moving. It's kind of hard to snag one of these when you're not fully dedicated on any one specific one. Oh, a really nice move here. Super nice. So yeah, it looks like the 1.25 area was big support. I'm not really liking PIXY too much. It's kind of just selling off a little bit. Although, you know, if this starts breaking higher, it could be a really, really nice move. I love the percentage gains on all these things. They're just flying. Let's see if this 1.25 area acts as support, continues the rally to the upside. Yeah, okay, so the scanner is really showing a WAFU and MTP. If we really... WAFU back at $3. None of these are really gap and go patterns that I'm looking for, so I'm a little uneasy in terms of, you know, just to let you guys know what I'm thinking right now. I'm just not really sold on anything I'm seeing. Although there has been several, you know, pretty decent areas for entry. Honestly, LODG is kind of creeping its way up here. Kind of like the momentum behind it, but PIXY trying to move up. WAFU also having a few difficulties. Kind of looks like PIXY. WAFU and PIXY kind of look the same. So these are both, you know, WAFU and MTP and PIXY, they're not gap and goes anymore. You know, they're just kind of, they're just pulling back. So what I'm looking for that momentum morning gap and go strategy is that we have a nice green spike and then we make moves to the upside and then we have a bullish flag forming and get into a bullish flag, maybe buy the breakout even. I'm totally fine with that, but we just haven't really been seeing that. I don't know if I'm totally just missing them or whatnot, but yeah. All right, Andrew, good luck. I'm going to be watching WAFU for a little bit of a pullback here. Could happen. Yeah, fair enough. I think it's a pretty cool entry. I also like the 1.25 a lot. I also like it on the 5 minute. So I like to look for entries on the 5 minute, and you can see that we broke up higher here and we're pulling back to a pretty healthy support zone around probably 2 to 1.25. Pretty nice support zone. And looks like on the 5 minute, we're going to probably keep cranking on this one. Yeah, really nice move already. 132 getting completely eaten away. Looking good. Nice quick move there. What was that, like 6%, 7%? Might even been more. Whoa, big buyers there at 130. Whoo! WAFU really holding that high as well. Both of these look like they're going to be running up soon. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know if I'm going to be trading these in the next 7 minutes though. I might look for a little bit more of some price action forming. I really don't like trading from like 355 to like 1005. So 955 to 1005. But sometimes, you know, big runs happen in that area, especially if you're shorting. But I don't know. Yeah, VISL. I was looking at that one earlier. I typically also try not to be trading things under $1. I know that's kind of an arbitrary number, and many of you guys probably don't agree with that, but I just get, you know, a pretty good feel for things about, you know, $2 to $7, and then under $1, I feel like I've noticed a lot more, you know, sporadic movement. You know, sometimes big spreads, just not as clean. Is it just me, or did these live streams go by way too quick? All right, so WAFU, guys, still waiting for this one to pull back. If it does, I would probably like to jump on it. Oh, I thought I still had 300 shares here. Let me go ahead and put that back. Here we go. We're getting a crash. We had one of these crashes earlier, 17%. 2.9 might get shot through. Watch out, guys. It looks like it's holding. So this original pullback here was about 26%. If we go back to maybe 25, we could see an equal kind of pullback. So I think if this win breaks the $3 very clearly, especially if it breaks 2.9, I think you could be seeing 250. PIXY is down. About to go, our alert's about to go off. Man, there's just a lot of stuff moving right now. I'm gonna move this alert down a little bit. Pretty fun little day though, huh? A lot of activity. I think this MTP move right here could have been really nice. buying this pullback and then, or buying this, not necessarily buying the breakout, but for me, I'd probably be buying the pullback. Some people buy the breakout. You got to figure out what you're good at. But this breakout could have been really nice. I should have went for this one. I don't know. Didn't really feel it. Actually, I wasn't watching it at the time. CEI is kind of just pulling up here, getting some attention with at least the dollar volume. It's really good to see everyone in the chat room again, by the way. But I also think it's good, you know, after the live stream, that we can all focus separately and, you know, try to, you know, learn more about ourselves and how we trade. Because I know there's, you know, there's always a lot of excitement, right, with the opening bell. Watch out, MTP looks like it might be cracking here. Big sellers. Aw, that's really sweet. How do you pronounce your name? Zor? Is that a ticker? Every time I see your name, I think I'm looking at a ticker. I'm about to look it up. Is it a ticker? It's freaking me out. I'm twitching. I also need to shave soon. I think I'm actually gonna do a big trim session either tomorrow, actually maybe even today. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I should not be talking about shaving right now. I gotta be focused. Whoo, 1.22. I think anything that holds these next few dips might be a really, really good buy entry, because that means, you know, the highs are being held, things are looking good. WAFU, about to break our alert. See, you're getting eager. All right, I'm just gonna let this live stream run for a few more minutes, maybe 2 more minutes, and we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna jump around for a few minutes, take my little mini break, and then we get, you know, ready for the next hour, maybe hour and a half of trading. Again, guys, we did not get a trade on the live stream. I can't believe it. But hey, you know, there's no need to rush it. I'm not gonna force any sort of trade just because I want to get a trade on the live stream. That's what the trading recaps are for anyway. But it's weird. When we first started this, I was only getting trades on the live stream. And then the last about 4 trading days, all the trades were off the live stream. Super weird. But you got to trade what the market gives you. And that's about it. WAFU could be a really big turnaround point. MTP could be ready for a turnaround as well. Could be breaking higher soon. PIXY could be breaking higher soon. Well, actually, PIXY needs to stop going down. But, you know, all these picks, guys, they have tremendous potential today. And there's a good chance you're going to see me on the recap video talking about one of these trades. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for tuning in. It was good to see you guys again. Tomorrow, another trading day. Guys, remember just to, trade safe. Wait for those perfect setups, especially when you have a small account like we do. It's freaking ridiculous because you always got to move these funds around. CEI, I'll quickly check it out. Also, check out VSTM, guys. Whew, this thing is making moves. Nice little bounce there with CEI. VSTM 1.5 could be big support. Clear skies on this one. Might be trading this one as well. Lots to look at. Yeah, I like this one. Big resistance though at 2. Just got to watch out, guys. Don't want to be caught on the wrong side of something like this. But, it's creeping. This thing's creeping. It's had many nice little pullbacks already. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I'll see you guys then again tomorrow. Stay safe. Make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.